Good morning. How's everybody today? Hope you're doing well. You know, it's funny today. It's hot, but not hot enough to make you sweat. So I think the humidity must be way down. I think the humidity is way down because it's hot. I think there's a pigeons trying to nest in this thing up here, and I'm upsetting them being here. Good morning. Where can I sit so you can see me? That's better if I sit over here. But is the wind bad? Can you hear the wind, or do I have to move? Somebody's got to tell me if the wind's bad. I think you can see me here, but I don't know if the wind's bad, so you'll have to let me know. I have no table or nothing, so I have to hold it. So if I'm wiggling, I apologize. Hi, Kevin. Looks like a nice day there. It is very nice, yeah. Who's that? Shaker? Hey. How's everybody? Can you hear the wind or not? Does it sound okay? Sirkar? I think that's how you say your name. Hi. Okay. Nobody wants to tell me if the wind's okay. Actually, the wind's died down now. It's quite windy a minute ago. I'm about a couple of kilometers. Can hear it, but not too bad. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. The wind's died down now, so it's not bad. If it gets bad, I'll move to another area, but there's a little breeze, so it feels good. But if it's too much for the microphone, please tell me, okay? I'm just come over to a temple, an old ruined temple, which you've seen in the thumbnail. I'll walk over there in a minute. When I first come here, there was no scaffolding around the place, but I think over the years, in the last 4 years I lived here, the walls were starting, you could see the walls were leaning, because I think last year we had a lot of rain, so I think the foundation got wet, and the loud and clear. Okay, thank you. The wind has died down. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, so the temple over there was it's an old ruined temple, which you'll see. I talked about this before, and they say there's no real history, nothing written down about it anywhere. So nobody really knows how old it is. I'm literally in the middle of nowhere. The nearest place from here is like 3 or 4 kilometers away, and that's a small village. So if you look, I'll show you, I'll go out in the sun in a minute and I'll show you the area. It's like we're literally in the middle of nowhere. So back in the day, it would have been, sorry for wiggling, but I'm actually holding the camera, holding the, hello Edward Perry. So I'm just going to get my piece of paper because I have some things I want to talk to you about, and I'll walk over. Get my Wi-Fi and put it in my pocket. I hope it don't close down on me because it's flashing here. It's working, but I hope it don't go off. I'll put it in my pocket. Okay? And I'll show you this little old temple here. I'll go around the back first because they just built something new here. But this thing's like, they say it's like 500-600 years old, but there's no records of it in history in Ayutthaya. And I come here just because it's usually quiet, because they're literally in the middle of nowhere. You go over here in the shade, you can see better. So they put scaffolding all around it to hold the walls up, to give it some strength, because I think it was starting to fall over. But I'm just going to stand on the other side here and I'll show you the landscape. I don't know if they're going to fix it or leave it like this just to hold it up. I don't know. Let me go over here in the shade and I'll show you the landscape. So there's the landscape. You can see how far away from you are from anybody. There's some farmers way over in the field over there, see them? This tree here is, I like this tree a lot. That's why I come here, because the trees and this little old temple. To be near where there's water. Well, you got the rice field now. You see this walkway on the outside? That's all brand new. That wasn't here the last time I come. I don't come every day. I come maybe once every couple months. But that's all brand new. I don't know why they built that, but you can go out there and sit, I guess. Any more comments? No more comments. Okay. What do you think of that? Let me show you inside, okay? Somebody say hi? Nobody talking to me. I hope I'm still online. It says live. But I'm way out in the middle of nowhere, so I'm not sure what's working. So if somebody can just say you can still see me, I'd be grateful. Sarah, for eating and resting. So, yeah. Oh, there you are. Curious, no record of it. Say things we have in Chiang Mai. Cool. Yes, see ya. Okay, cool. Everybody's still here. Just be still for a minute and they caught up. Okay, so I'll show you inside now. I'm not going to go in, but I'll show you in, okay? So this is the entrance, and you can see the old walls there. And if you come around this side, you can see the wall there, how it's falling down, and the trees holding it up. You'll see the root system inside. I can take my shoes off and go inside. There you go. So you got the holy tree, root systems holding it up, and then there's Buddha. But you can see the walls there. Look at the cracks in the walls. You see it's all falling down. You see where the roots used to be. And there's the main temple across the road. But this was here. This is the original temple. Look at this for photography. See that back there, the roots in the window? I love to come here every so often, just come hang out. It's nice and quiet. Yeah, it's really nice here. I like it here a lot. Normally there's nobody here. You come out by yourself. You bring a drink and sit down somewhere. Just chill out. Think about whatever. But they've done this area up a lot since I've been here last. Cleaned it up. It used to be kind of dirty, but it's nice now. Let me go back and sit down then where I was, and I've got a few things I'd like to talk to you about. So what do you have? Look at this. Purple lotus. It's hard to see. I'm gonna go over here and I'll sit down and I can see what you're talking about. Ooh. It's hot, but not hot as it's been. I'm in the sun, but there's a little breeze. I think the humidity's dropped right down. There, that's better. I can see I can see clearly now. So what we say? My bucket list is to visit every Wat in Thailand from Phuket to Chiang Rai. Thai food lover. Cool. I love that idea. Is it usually okay to go around those temples, or do you need to? No, just go. There's no need to ask permission. If you're walking around the temple, that's the whole point of the temple. It's not like a church. You know, churches in the West, they lock the door. Most of the time, temples are never locked. Just walk in. Maybe if you're in Bangkok or something, and there's a really valuable Buddha or something, or you know, there's something, they'll close it. But this one here, you can look. There's no gate. See, there's my vehicle over here. There's that fence you see is on the other side of the road around the other temple across the street. So you can just pull up, drive up. You don't have to ask permission. Just walk in, sit down. And I actually made these places for people to come sit, to be here. So no need to ask permission. Yeah, there's I don't know how many different color lotuses. There's purple, I've showed you in other videos. Purple, pink, white. I don't recall any others. Maybe more, I'm not sure. The pink ones, pinky white ones, are really, really big and really beautiful. I got a couple of still pictures, like crazy beautiful. Good morning, plans in effect. Hey Trent, oh good, that means you're here I guess, or close to. So I wanted to have a quick talk. Prayer is similar, you can just walk in and pray at any temple. Yes, that's what I love. You just walk in, sit down, pray, whatever you want to do. You inspire me, Kevin. I planted seeds for tomatoes, basil, cilantro, chilies, greens, etc. Will transfer at the end of May to soon plant due to. Yes, good for you. Well, good for you, mister. Okay, Thai food lover. What's your name? I don't know what you call you. I'm going to come back to the comments in a minute. If it's windy, tell me. If not, I'll leave it. Yesterday afternoon, some of you who look at my Facebook might have seen that I posted a picture of a scorpion. And the reason I posted that was I got bit or stung right in the center of my hand, just there, by that scorpion yesterday. I was like, George, okay? Thanks, George. So I put the clothes were in the washing machine. I was taking the clothes out of the washing machine to hang them up. I picked up three dress shirts, and put them in my left hand. Walked over to hang them on the clothesline, and then got this excruciating pain in my hand. And so I grabbed the clothes in my right hand and shook my left hand, and I heard like a noise, and I looked over in the wheelbarrow, and the scorpion was there. And I actually have a video clip of me getting a little bit loud yesterday on a phone clip from yesterday, which you can see tonight. So I'm also going to I want to try to get some more video of this root system from the inside. So I'm going to get that, and I'll show you that tonight. And the reason for that is if they chop that tree off to rebuild the wall, I want it before they take the tree away. So that's one of the reasons why I come to get some video of that. So yeah, so what did I do about the scorpion bite? I thought painkillers, antibiotics, what do I need? I thought nothing. I couldn't see a hole. I could just see red and swelling and pain. So what I do is I put, you know, like a bottle of water. You buy a bottle of water for 10, 15 baht, whatever. But what I do is I take them home and I refill them. I put half water in, but lay them down so it's not blocking the hole. And what I do then is I can put, when I want to go out, the bottle's half full of water. when I go out, I fill it up with water. So there's the ice on the left and water on the right. So it cools my water, and I can take it with me. I can have a drink. So that's what I do. So I took one of those bottles out and put it in my hand, and I held that ice for 5 hours before the pain stopped. 5 hours. And then when it finally stopped, I held it for about 4 hours, and then the ice was completely gone. It turned back to water. I went outside to feed Sugar and to check on whatever, and actually a neighbor come walking down, wanted to look at the birds. One of the neighbors had a stroke 2 years ago, and he's walking pretty good now, and he likes to look at the birds sometimes. So I don't like people being in my garden if I'm not around, so I went out there. But when I come back in, there was still a little bit of pain, so I held another bottle for a little bit, and then after about another hour, so that was about 5 and a bit hours all total, the swelling went, the coloring went, the pain went. But if you looked at the skin really close, it wasn't a puncture wound so much, but like a line that maybe it scratched it, and that was a little bit sore. So I sprayed it. Here in Thailand, you can go to the pharmacy and buy bottles of alcohol. It's a blue color, and I have a tiny little spray bottle, so I got some alcohol in a spray bottle, because one thing here is the heat will mess your skin up if you're always hot and sweaty. So if it starts to go a bit funky, sometimes like in your groin or armpit or behind your knee, because you're always wet, so you spray the area, and it clears it all up for you. If you get heat rash, I'm talking about, heat rash will mess you up. So that's my little scorpion thing from yesterday, but I'm okay. I didn't take any medicine, no pain medicine, no nothing. Just like, once I had the ice, I didn't feel nothing anyway. So, just like, don't need nothing. And this morning it's fine. When I first woke up, you could feel something, like just something happened, but there was nothing you could see. And now I don't feel anything. So all gone. But it was in the washing machine of all places. Normally scorpions live under pieces of wood. So if you have an old piece of wood laying on the floor, or a rock sometimes, you move it over and you'll find them in there. But in your washing machine, not normally. The smaller scorpion, the more toxic the venom. This one was about an inch long. So what's that? Maybe 2.5 to 3 centimeters, something like that. Last scorpion I saw was about 7 inches long in Mojave Desert, California. That's pretty big. Excellent idea. I'm going backwards here. Who's that? Hey, Michael. 11:25 in Texas time. Hope you and your mom are well. 2 days left. George, you will tiptoe in your laundry room now, I'm sure. Yeah, I'll definitely check in the washing machine before I put my hand in there. I put like a linen cloth over top of it, mainly to keep the lizards out. But the gecko tries to get the lizards and tore it up to shreds. Bites chunks out of it, because geckos actually got teeth. So there's 2 or 3 pigeons around here. Oh, look at this one. See if I can show you. They're obviously trying to nest in here. Look, there's a nest up there. So I'm obviously disturbing the pigeon. They keep flying in and out. I didn't know why. I see why now. They got a nest up there. Any more comments? Yeah, okay. Tiptoe the scorpion. The other comment I wanted to talk about, other thing I wanted to talk about was there's a house about 400 meters from my house. Since I've been here, nobody's moved in, nobody's bought property, but in the last 6 months, 7 different properties, they're turning like pieces of rice field and fields into homes. So in time, there will be 7 new houses in my area with where people bought the property and will build new homes. Right now, there's somebody building a bathroom. You know, the people who build the waterway system with the trees in. I'll try to remember to get some more video of that so you can see that, excuse me, tonight. So I'll update you on that tonight. And they're building a bathroom, so I'll go bother them later and take some video of the bathroom, what they're building now, Thai style. And but 7 new houses, and they're already building. There's the people across the street, they're just raised the land up. They said they don't have any money yet to start building, so wait on that one. I never seen Thais eat pigeon. They are eaten all over Europe. Yeah, I know they're eaten in France. But they do eat other birds. You go to the market and you'll see wild birds in the market, smaller than the pigeon actually. Don't like when they start building all houses on. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it'll be time to move. I remember I told you about thinking of moving. Well, I've got some video on the way here, so I already have it, of the house I'm talking about that has been bought and remodeled. Okay, so I have video of that, which I got here on the way here. That piece of property is 400 meters square. There was no fence around it, no wall. They usually build walls, much like this one over here. So concrete wall, a block wall with cement rendering. They built that around it. There was nothing there. There was this one building sitting in the wasteland. When they bought it, it was in such a bad state. They took the roof system completely off and rebuilt the bathroom, totally rebuilt that, totally rebuilt the roof, the house, everything. Put the fence around it, and there was like a big pit that was full of nasty, dirty, sort of swampy looking thing, full of trash. And it took, I don't know, 10, 15 big truckloads of dirt to fill the hole in. And then they built the wall. So basically, the only thing that was there was a shell of a rundown old building. And that cost, for 400 square meters, 1.4 million baht. So a million baht is, you can times it for dollars by 30, so that would be, was that 3 million? I don't know, do the calculation. 1 million times 30 million. So 3.4 million, what, you know, do the math. So no, that's not right. You have to do the math. 1.4 million convert to dollars or pounds. I can't do it in my head and talk. But that gives you an idea how much the land is worth. There's some people on the other side of the road, down the road a little bit from my house, they paid like peanuts for their land because it was technically a swamp and derelict when they bought it. It was the worst piece of land in the area. But that went for, I forget now, 300 and some thousand for the whole area. But you know, you're going to spend whew, the same money and more just to get the land ready to build on, you know. So who knows. But anyway, my house is done, remodeled, and everything is clean and tidy. So I have no idea what I could get from my house if I wanted to sell. So what's the comment say? Don't like what? Yeah, agree. There goes the neighborhood. Yep. About 45,000 US dollars. Okay. 1.4 million baht is $45,000. Okay, cool. Thank you. $45,000 for a piece of land, 400 meters square, with the building there, but it had to be completely rebuilt. The building is still there, but they took the roof off, rebuilt the bathroom, and built another building on the other side of that. And I'll show you that this evening. If you watch the video tonight, you'll see that. They have a really nice fence on it too. Who's that? Is he? It's very bright here. Buckets of blessings. So I thought you might like to see that. So I'll show you that house tonight. That'll be interesting. What else have I wrote down here? I got some negative news. I got a little video clip, but I'm not going to put it online because it's kind of negative. The negative is, when I first got here, the police said to me, put a fence up, put cameras up, get dogs, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, that's not why I moved here. I wanted to live somewhere where I can feel relaxed and calm and not worry too much about security, you know. But getting warm. I'm just going to touch on this and use this as a launching point to something else, okay? So what's my point? Yesterday I went to, as you've seen in my video last night, I went to the mall and I had some food, and it was Labor Day here, same as in America. I'm not sure about England, but anyway, I come home, and you know, I have a thing about noticing something. You know, something's different. I don't know if it's because of military training or what, but you know, I looked at a tree and I seen something straight in it, the size of a branch. I'm like, what's that? And as soon as I looked at it, I knew what it was. What they do is they have these poles, and then on top of the pole there's a little trap, and they put like a pigeon in it, or they'll put this other bird in it, a female, trying to trap the male. There's a little birds, I forget the name of them. I call them like penguins because they look like a little penguin. They have a suit on. They trap them, kill them, take them to the market and sell them. And I get really upset because I love to watch them. And when they have babies, they have the babies are black in color. When they get older, they get black and white. And they're really cute little birds. They don't bother me. They don't bother my plants. They just eat the bugs. So I'm happy that they're here. So they trap these birds. Anyway, I got one out the tree and threw it in the river. Yes, because they're not supposed to be at my house. So anyway, one of the guys come and got it. Didn't say anything, just picked it all up and left. And then I found out across on the new property, which isn't their property, somebody else's property, they have another trap, and then another trap on another property. Nobody lives there. They're just empty pieces of, well, the new property's cleared, the old another property's got trees on still. And I was getting a little bit upset. And then there's a squirrel's nest in one of my big trees. The squirrel's nest is now on the floor. Now how did that happen? Just because they're there, did it just fall out the tree? No, they came on my property to take the squirrel's nest down. And then I come to find out they put a trap in one of my trees on my property. So I'm like, dude, somebody's going to get hurt. This really upsets me. It's the opposite of what I feel. And when I said I'm going to use this as a launching point, here's what I'm talking about. You know, people want to burn clear land so they can plant. They cut trees down so they can sell the wood. And this, you know, I'll just be raw about this. To me, it's like raping nature of anything you can get for free. But I think there comes a time when you have to say, you have to give something back. You know, I created paradise for one reason, and that is to be gentle, be kind, be still, and watch nature flourish. And I actually had a Thai person who lives about maybe 8 kilometers from my house say, I've lived in this area all my life, and I've never seen so many butterflies in one place as I've seen here in your paradise. Because when the rains come, obviously the rains come, which means the plants will grow, which means the bugs come, which means the butterflies come to eat the plants, right? So last year when the butterflies come, there's big ones, small ones, all different colors. And it's actually like sitting in a butterfly farm where you think it's locked and closed in, but it's not, it's out in the wild. And that was my whole point of living here. It's my point of all the houses I built. Well, the house I had in America, until I was ripped off and stolen from me. But there comes a time where you have to give something back, I believe. What do you think of that? I think you have to give something back at some point. You just can't keep taking and taking and taking, because nature's going to say enough is enough. And I think that's why soil gets burnt out, because people just say, I'll just keep growing, keep growing, keep growing, and don't think of what's natural and, you know, balanced. I guess that's the right word, balanced. Yeah, I mean, if you do it somewhere else, it's bad. But if you come to, like, I'm out having lunch at the mall, I come home and find people. Not, I didn't actually find them in my garden, but they were in the garden because they actually came back and had to get their traps out of my tree. They kept saying sorry, sorry, sorry. I'm like, well, why do you keep saying sorry? Why don't you just leave? It's because there was one of their traps was in the tree. But I didn't get angry. I didn't beat anybody up. I didn't do anything. I said, just take the trap and go and don't come back. And they said they were from, their registration said they were from Isan, somewhere in Isan on their truck. Well, how did they come from Isan to my house unless somebody told them there's nature in that area? Huh? Philip is talking about, actually the much accurate measure of toxicity and venom looked like the size of the pincher. Okay, well the pincher was big. And smaller those. Look at these pigeons watching me, watch. Can you see them sitting over there? Like, hey, you can't sit, this is my place, I have a nest in there. There's one up there watching me, see? There's two pigeons there, and one up here. Can you see them up there? You can sit on your nest, I'm not going to bother. Just chill out. Okay guys, I think that's everything I wanted to say. Anybody got something you want to say? I can't see now. It's starting to get hot out here. Whew. It's getting warm. Yeah, scavenging, I agree. Nice. There are many greedy people in the world. Yes, and the point I meant to say, Kevin, good name, is when you keep taking and taking and taking from nature, you do the same thing from people, you know? You go out into the marketplace, you go to the shops and you say, what can you give me? What can I get from you? They don't have that joy, overflowing love and compassion and, you know, smile at somebody. It's just give me, give me, give me. What can I get? But, you know, you're never going to have nothing. Your life's going to be horrible and boring. You got to learn to give something, to give. If you don't give, you don't get nothing back. You just take, what can I get for free so I don't have to work? Because I think that's what it's all about. But I did hear a good cool thing about haters. You know, everybody who does videos has haters. But you know what, I got an email last night from somebody who is a blogger I sometimes read. And they talked about haters. And it says the reason people hate is because they're actually jealous of you or feel inferior. So they come across as hateful because they feel you are more superior. And I'm like, okay, and they give some ideas how people in the past, you know, like famous people from the past had the same problem. And a simple smile from the person to the hater would break the ice, and once they got to know the person, they actually said, oh, I like the person. So interesting topic. So but this is what, you know, you can take this and keep going with this. I got pigeon singing in stereo, one on this side, two on this side, and one on that side now. The way you can take this farther is, do you think there could be another planet where people don't have the haters, don't have the miserable people, don't have people throw stuff everywhere and creating pollution? Is there a perfect paradise somewhere? I believe there is. It's not on this planet, but maybe on a different planet. Maybe that's where I come from. You heard me say before, I think I come from a different place. Anyway, enough of that. I'll get on one. No super chat. No, super chat you have to pay for. Well, I think so. If you do super chat, you guys can give money. But this is what I heard. If you give me $1, YouTube takes 40 cents and gives me 60 cents. So you give 40 cents to YouTube and 60 cents to me. So I'm thinking, do I need super chat? No, because I don't need, I'm thinking of making a merchant site later. I've been thinking about it. So if you want something, you buy something and you get what you pay for, and maybe I get $1 or something, but just to give money, I don't want your 40 cents to go to nowhere. So that's why I don't have super chat. Easy. Sorry about that. Have a good time and watch for the invaders. Yes. Hi, Kevin. Hello, Colleen. What were they looking to trap? This time they were trapping doves. They have the small little gray dove, the really delicate one, and then there's a bigger dove. The pigeons are bombing me now. They have the smaller dove. They actually had the bigger dove. They were trying to trap doves. Yeah, they took the squirrel's nest right out. The squirrel's nest was up in the tree, and I knew it was in the tree because I watched the squirrels would tear the bark off a tree, shred the bark to turn it into like a wool, and they make the nest out of that. And I seen it up there for a long time. And now yesterday, after they come, it was on the floor. Please remember that some of these folks live Yeah, I understand that, but don't have to do it in my garden. Even this day and age, of course, there are lots of poachers. Yes, the truck wasn't the best truck in the world, but they weren't dressed like people who were poor. The guy who come and said sorry was actually very polite, very articulate, and well dressed. So, if they come in those scruffy clothes and can't even string a sentence together, teeth missing, then I can understand. But this guy wasn't one of those people. Anyway, I'm hot and I'm irritated by them. Sorry. Local bird poo. Yeah. Living here around many nasty people. Hello, Kevin. Hello, kind sir. Glad finally caught you. Cool. Lack of respect to nature. Yes. Government has started assisting to deal with it, not people. What's that? In America, most of the rivers were fished to extinction and only recovered after World War II because of all the able-bodied men were in the army. Izzy, thumbs up. You are a kind soul, Kevin. Thank you, Edward. Most likely other planets that humans are not. Yes, good one. It's hard for Lucia. Hard for me to see the names here. Salt in the eyes and bright. Yeah, maybe no people on that planet. Agree. Doves are lovely and beautiful birds. What a sound they make. Yes. We live in a different world of them. Culture is far different there. Yeah, culture is different. Yes, cool. I agree. But it's not a third world. People think Thailand's a third world backward country. It's not, by far. I can show you places that are, and I can show you places that are not. So, okay guys, how long we've been going? 40 minutes, oh my God. So tonight, I'm going to show you the video of the house that sold for 1.4 million. It's 400 square meters. They remodeled it. but bought the land in a rundown house for 1.4 million. I got video of that. I'll show you tonight. I'll show you around here more tonight, and you can look at my handsome self more tonight. Okay, so I'm going to close off and say good night. Any more comments? I think I got them all. Okay, guys, look after yourselves. Buckets of blessings, rivers of peace, joy, and kindness. Right, wait here. I'm going to put some love in my hand. Ready? So you'll feel this come through your speaker. Ding! Love, peace, and kindness. All the best, guys. See you later. See you tonight. Have a good day. Good evening.